Okay. Okay. I had a really great idea. So, I'm gonna bust out Google Translate so I can actually read. No! Ah, it skips on its own. Got it. Bird, go! That one was easy. Please be very careful. Roger. Roger. That's what it says. With a J. Roger. Okay. Okay. Oh, ah. I do that every single time. And yes, I have to play Ken again. I accidentally I accidentally forgot that this game is old as dirt and does that if you die. So it was perhaps not my brightest moment. So I have to play this again. I also watched the episode those tiny robots and the giant centipede come from, so that's great. I didn't actually know all of the mechs came from episodes in the game. Should have assumed that, really, but I didn't. Shoot. The mini... What did they call them again? It's like robos or something. Something that was like very analogous with tiny robot. Because, I mean, that is what they are. They're tiny robots. Yeah, I can't stand further back than that. I hate that it makes me go diagonal. When I just want to move left. I think June's is probably the hardest boss. Because this one and Joe's, like, really don't seem that hard. Joe's, I've failed more than a couple of times, sometimes on purpose. But, you know, more than a couple of times. Perhaps too many. Much more than was probably necessary. Well, I mean, you know, it's never necessary to fail. In fact, should do that a little less, but whatever. You know? Ugh. Come on. Come on, start breaking down. Come on. I know you want to. I know you want to. Do it. Do it, fool. Ah, one of them started dying. Okay. Good. I gotta know where the big beetles come from. And the Roomba. I want to know what the Roomba is supposed to be. For Jinpei's level. I doubt it's any kind of animal. It's probably just a random Galactor ship, but... I got him. Alright, gotta bust out my translator. Come on. This is South. GATCHAMAN respond. G1. Made Galactor insect type mecha. Come on. It didn't work. But Doctor says it was a secret factory HQ. That appears to be the case. Dang it, GATCHAMAN. If this happens, we tag us, so one giant robot appears to have taken. Got it. Ooh, this one's not. Roger. I don't know why that cracks me up so bad. Roger! I need to not die at this segment so that I can not be randomly reset and have to do all of this without. I failed. Oh! Ken's thing sends out red impulse ships. What? Guys, I might be a little bit stupid. Oh, I mean, okay, I didn't know what red impulse was until, like, yesterday, so... Mission failed. Mission dramatically failed. I think this was my worst play of this level. Yeah, it's Iron Man Oh! It's the Turtle King from the first episode. I did about as well as you'd expect. Whoop. Yeah, cause I think, isn't his dad the Red Impulse? I know that part. I just didn't know what the Red Impulse was. I just knew it was Ken's dad. I love how the only character in the show that doesn't have a at least mildly traumatic childhood is the fat one. Ryu. Tiny Harper, whatever. I like to name Tiny Harper a little bit more than I like Ryu, I'm gonna be honest. Something about it's just funny to me. Amusing, I guess. Ooh, that was dumb. That was very dumb. I was not paying attention to the health bar at all. I was just trying to get more of those little things that's like in the shape of their watches, kind of. That allows me to absolutely drill people. Drill Galactor. Let's not call Galactor people. Okay, they're not people. They're space aliens. There's a difference. They're evil space aliens. If they were good space aliens, maybe I'd give them the grace of being referred to as people, but they're not good aliens. They're the bad kind. They're the comedically bad kind, mind you, which is why I like them. But the bad kind of alien. I'm terrible. Dang it. That was a fruitless effort right there. Alright, what I need to focus on is just avoiding the red bulbs. Shoot. And crashing into things. Because that's also very detrimental to my plans. You know what? I'm just gonna... Yep, there we go. Just... do that. Which is what got me to have to redo this in the first place. mind you, but we already vaguely read through this part, so just gonna skim through it. Yeah, I mean, did I do a good job at reading it? No, but did I read it? Yes, I did. So, at least kind of. Gotta get rid of all the little Galactor drones. Whatever they're called. I don't think they're ever really referred to as anything other than just the Galactor group in the show. They're just, you know, the little dudes. I do find it funny that there are probably more than one instance of a Galactor subordinate getting his helmet ripped off. I wonder how Galactor convinced this many people to join. Not Galactor, Sosai X convinced this many, like, regular human people to just join his side. I wonder how he convinced the rest of them. Like, cats, you know, you get an explanation. Which basically just consists of daddy issues, you know, like the main characters, but, what are we doing? Oh. Oop. I mean, I gave the very short summary for that one, but I digress. But the rest of them, I guess they're just evil. A part of me thinks that, like, all of the guys that look the same are also aliens. I don't know, that's just what makes the most sense to me. It's like, because they all do really look like clones of each other. I had someone say they remind the little Galactor drones, they reminded him of stormtroopers. I feel like the fact that they all look virtually identical probably doesn't help with that comparison at all. Alright, I think I missed the first part of this. This is the South. GATCHAMAN, please respond. Well done, gotcha. My terrible translator. Alright, we can just skip through this again. And there we go. Don't even give them the chance. Don't even give them a chance. Get out of here, Galactor scumbags. My favorite part of the show is George, whatever his name is. Jason. I love how in, I was about to say GATCHAMAN Fighter. I mean, yes, but no. The dub of GATCHAMAN Fighter. Screw, what was the name? I can't remember. Eagle Riders. They actually didn't change his name at all. They still changed Ken to Hunter for some reason. I hate that. That's like the worst name he's ever been given. Ken looks like a Mark to me. Like, you know, I can see him being named Mark. Hunter? No. He is not a hunter. That is wrong. That is wrong. His name is not Hunter. Nuh-uh. Oh, is this supposed to look like a title card? That's crazy. Yeah, Princess, I think they named her Katie. Once again, awful. I don't approve. I mean, Princess is pretty bad. You know, I will say I don't think you can get worse than Princess, but not a big fan of Katie either. That's not. She doesn't look like a Katie. I'm not surprised because it's Saban, but you know, that's basically my whole experience watching Eagle Riders. It's just it's Saban. Shouldn't have had my expectations that high in the to begin with. I will say I think the best rename is actually Malinox. Like, you know, that's not a bad name for an alien commander, especially with how they rewrote her. It's like fair enough. I I will say making Cats her dad was a crazy move. Okay. I'll believe that. Not not at all. No, no. That is not no. That didn't happen. Nobody believes that. Nuh-uh. That man didn't make no babies. That, mind you, I only got that from Wiki. I don't know how. I don't know how or when that was stated in the show. I'm on episode 2, and I'm not consistently watching Eagle Riders because technically I shouldn't have skipped that part ahead to begin with. I just wanted to, specifically for Malinox, because I think she's cool. But or Gelsandra, whatever, same different. If I die, we're just starting over, by the way. Because I am hopelessly bad at this part without being able to just drill everything. I decided that Saban's Eagle Riders was probably the best way to like skip ahead in that series because you know, it's not written like GATCHAMAN Fighter at all. They just and it was not intended to be watched with the knowledge of the previous series at all either. Because it came out in the 90s. Which is crazy, by the way. Like, I really want to know what people thought when it was airing on TV. Like, 'cause with the way it's written, you can kind of actually tell that, like, it was supposed to be a sequel to something. Like, the first episode, it's like there's so much going on. It's like, at least to me, it's kind of obvious that there was something that was supposed to come before it that was just locked out. Like, okay, so what happened previously? Is it ever gonna get explained? No, because you were supposed to watch the first series. But there was no first series to watch because it was done by Sandy Frank Studios, not Saban. In the 70s. And it's the 90s. Whole different demographic going on here. There we go. Destroy all the... They really are... They're... I really want to know what they were called in the show. I can't remember. Robos, I think. Was it Robos? I just watched this episode, like today. I got harassed by a spider while doing so, I would know. I spilled hot chocolate on my couch. It's not my brightest moment. I don't like spiders, if you couldn't tell. I didn't kill the guy, I let him live. I let him land in the cup holder. I think he died there. Frankly, I don't know. I just covered the cup holder and proceeded to sit there later. The first day I moved, but you know, I had other stuff to do. It required sitting on the couch, so I just... And the spider was still in there. He wasn't moving, which is why I think he died. And I don't know, maybe he was just stunned. Surprised as I am that something was there. Or maybe it landed there specifically to die, I don't know. It was a spider. There we go. There we go. Don't even let him touch me. Yeah, I was really confused the first time I played this. Like, why does Ken spit out a fleet of ships? It's the Red Impulse. Duh. There was supposed to be another GATCHAMAN series, and they were gonna make the Red Impulse a team of entirely women, which is kind of one of many reasons I'm completely fine that it never got made. Sorry, not sorry. Also, it's like they progressively keep making cats to look less like a cat. Like, the OVA is the only thing that was like, let's make him look more like a cat, guys. I think that would be a good idea. And the OVA was right for that. Because he's a kitty. You make him a cat. Come on. His name is Berg Katst. That means mountain cat. He's a cat. They're birds. It's hilarious. What? How do you not see the vision? I don't get it. Oh, 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 oh. Turtle King's already struggling. Ho, ho, ho. See what happens when I actually play the game correctly? Oh, ho, ho, ho. Ah, shoot. Meow. I thought that was my cat, not gonna lie, that like... Meow. In the background. I thought my cat was at the door. Oh, he said, I beat it! G1! Defeated the giant mech. Thank you for your hard work, Gotchaman. Do not worry about the ISO headquarters. Darn you, Gotchaman! How dare you get away! Remember that! It wasn't Galactor HQ, but it still did some damage. I can't get... I guess so, come back to the base. It's probably just Raja! Again. 0. Oh. Huh. Guess I did bad. No, I think Ken just doesn't have any of those. Because I keep getting them when I'm Joe. Oh! This is the South Joe respond. This is Joe. Dr. Nanbu has discovered Galactor base. Maybe it's the headquarters. It's not. It's Elsie, send a GATCHAMAN expert right away, so please wait. A place like this, I am alone enough. There's no way that's what that says, but okay. Wait, Joe, don't do anything reckless, this is an order. Why if you keep saying things? Bird, go! And he has his gun. Wait, Joe! This is basically... That's basically the whole show, by the way. It's just... Joe, don't do that. I can't believe people think these characters are mature adults, by the way. How do you watch Joe do anything and think that's a mature adult? Genuinely. The dude's entire character is basically just immaturity at its finest. Like, is it useful immaturity? Yes. But is it immature? Absolutely. Like, the rules don't apply to me. No, Joe, don't fire another bird missile. Oh, fire another bird missile. Screw you, Ken. Every time he puts his finger on that button, I start laughing. He's such an aggressive little jerk. He's so funny. Oh, shoot. Ugh. Shoot. Okay. I can't restart it all with this one, I gotta remember that. Then we lose our progress with Ken. Mark. Whatever. I'm gonna be honest, Sakura Joe does not really seem like a Jason to me. Like, I can vaguely see it, but, you know, he's definitely a Joe. He's definitely a Joe. I'm not doing a very good job at avoiding this thing. I hate how fast it moves. Like, for some reason, they managed to make this thing like really, really gross. Like, the cartoon version is unironically less terrifying than this little pixelated thing. It's gliding across my screen. Also, I feel like the colors were a lot duller on specifically this centipede. Oh, like, I think they made it brighter. I forgot what button I was pressing. Get out of here, little freaks. Galactor scum. Is that what he calls them? Yeah. All the time. They're Galactor scum, why should we care? Fire more bird missiles. The third, fourth episode is basically just Joe wasting the bird missiles. Like, they used the same stock footage of him pressing the button for like half the episode. It's so funny. Literally half the episode is just Joe hitting the button. And it's peak. Gatchaman has too much filler. There's no such thing as too much filler. Especially not with a 70s mech anime. Plus, there are things that are implied in like the first 3 episodes. Also, what's crazy, I severely doubt I'm the only person that noticed this, but you know, for like the first like 3 episodes, they actually don't give cats pink lipstick. To be fair, he was not originally supposed to be the commander or an existing character. It was the green dude. But they accidentally killed that guy off. It was like, I just wrote that guy's death. What do you mean that's the villain for the whole show? I'm so close. I gotta know what Joe's... I gotta know. Is it a little racing game? I hope it's a little racing... I actually kind of hope it's not a racing game. But he's a race car driver. That would be so funny. It would be terrible for me because I'm awful at racing games. Genuinely awful. Again, I played a little Speed Racer. They have a Speed Racer racing game. Also for the PS1. And I was so bad at it. Like, genuinely awful. People are... Apparently it's pretty hard, so, you know, at least from what I've seen, it's a pretty rough game. Come on. This is Joe, the South Shore Spawn Nambu headquarters. It seems it isn't Galactor's headquarters. Are you hurt? Yes, it's okay, rather than a giant snake. If it's this, I'll destroy the city. Can't fire bird missiles at it. I'll leave it to Joe. Raja. And we do get to drive his car. Please not a racing game. Nope, just another little shooter. This is pretty cool though. Oh my goodness, look at the tiny Galactor sprites. They're so cute. Ah, I missed one. Oh, I got it. They're so tiny. That's a horrible thing to say about Galactor, but I digress. Look at them. Are we driving on top of trees? Joe, how big is your car? This is a little blue race car. Oh! What? Oh! Oh, that's also Red Impulse. Okay. That makes sense. Because, with the... I love how they frame it, like, are the Red Impulse friends or enemies? Definitely friends. Heavy Cobra. Have not reached this episode yet. I'd at least assume this is not an original mech for the game. Because it never is. Okay, it never is. You know, it's a... Yeah, the red impulse fleet really isn't helpful for this part. I feel like June and Jinpei's little vehicle part's probably gonna be the most fun. Specifically just because, you know, they're on like bikes. To be fair, it's probably just gonna play about the same as Ken and Joe's. Ugh, I failed. Oh well. Ooh, they didn't even start me out with 2. Perhaps I abused that button. On the other hand, if I don't, I'm cooked. So, I'm gonna abuse it as much as I want. I'm gonna feather and more drills. What is it? Feather things. Feather bullets. These are some ridiculously sharp feathers. The fact that he holds these things in his mouth is mildly disconcerting. Um, Certainly an interesting choice there, Mr. Sakura, but yeah, you do you, I guess. We, I feel like half the show can be summarized with just don't question Joe Sakura. Just let him do what he's gonna do, because we aren't going to understand what he's thinking, frankly, at all. And I died again. Yeah, this is gonna be a struggle, especially because I can't just start over. I knew this would happen, for the record, so can't pretend to be shocked here. Probably gonna call it a night soon. Probably after my next failure. Gotta kill all these little black dwarf drones. I'm sorry, they're so tiny. It's not my fault they made them little. I want to print one out and stick it on my wall. Forgot I could do that for a minute there. We're screwed. Get out of here. You know, at least I'm making it to the Cobra guy. He's definitely a little bit difficult for me to get rid of, though. Especially compared to the Turtle King. Especially because, like, the flame balls are homing. Like, they also gave Joe a lot of things where it's like they split apart, I think. Which is super weird, but... Because his body's also taking damage, so... I don't know what's up with that. feel like we're gonna do, and then it's that, and then pause. No, that's not my pause. Shoot. We're just gonna die real quick. So I can actually, yeah, pausing it at the start over screen is probably the right choice to begin with. Okay. Um, Shoot. I can't remember what the pause button is. I definitely have some way to pause the game. It's that. So yeah, I'm just gonna die again. Whoop. Oh, there we go. There we go. We're gonna save there. Boom. Alright, video over.